Hey everybody, how you doing? Dave Massani here. The beautiful, iconic New Yorker hotel, coming to you with Dave's 5 minutes of hammock wisdom. So, my version today is be a better version of your parent. In my case, it would be my father. And, rain. Here in New York, just a minute while I try to get my umbrella up. That's a heck of an umbrella. Yeah. Anyway, all right. I don't need no stinking umbrella. The species has survived because it keeps evolving, or it's supposed to be evolving. And any time it doesn't evolve, we know what happens. I mean, an example would be the Dark Ages, or the time that God in the Bible told Noah, I'm sorry that I even made man and I want to destroy him and start all over again, but I'm going to use your family. Or the time in the Bible, there's a lot of Bible examples, that Moses was taking the children of Israel into the promised land, and they kept grumbling and complaining. God wanted to just wipe them out and start all over again with Moses' descendants. The bottom line is, let's bring it close to home. My dad, your mom. Be a better version of him. I remember...
Turn left on West 33rd Street, then in 900 feet, arrive at your destination.
Got to turn left here. I remember when my daughter Rebecca was born, I was 25 years old. My dad was 30 years older than me. 55. When he was 55, he looked like he was 75. He looked about 20 years older than himself. Keep walking. And he was overweight. He just looked old. He liked to drink. He loved his scotch. He loved his vodka. And it eventually led to sclerosis of the liver. And he died 8 years later. When he died, he looked like he was 85. Maybe even older than that. He looked like he was 95. Anyway, he was a womanizer too. He was a wonderful man, and I love him very much. And he was generous, and he was kind, and everybody loved him. He was an auto mechanic. Every time he moved his business, people would travel miles and miles to find him, to get him to work on their car. They used to call him not an MD, but a DM, a doctor of motors. And so I like to think that I inherited that generous part of him and that charming part of him. He would charm the socks off of anybody. He had his demons, and that took a toll on his life. And so I'm 64 now, very age that he died. And they tell me I look good for 64. I don't look like I'm 84. So be a better version of yourself. I'm trying to be better than my dad. I love all the great things that he was, and I'm glad that I inherited that. But I'm doing more than my father ever did. He had a lot of potential. And you know what? He made $1 million twice in his life and lost them both times, and he died a penniless man in debt. And thank God that I'm doing better than him. Thank God that in his grace, I've been faithful to my wife, and that I don't drink the way he drank. I just have a social wine every now and then. And so I encourage you may have a really bad father or a really bad mother, or you may have great parents, and that would challenge you to be even better than them. Okay, remember, the species has to evolve and become better than it was, or we'll have our own little dark ages. I challenge you. I'm at my destination, so I got to go inside. practice for meeting with my 49 producers, which is something that my father never was able to do. So I'll see you next time.